Hi, this is Dr. John Bergduff again, and this is the second video in our sequence of videos that introduce you to my Math 0106 and Math 0308 online classes. In the previous video, I gave you a rough overview of what this class was all about and how it works, the syllabus and things like that. In this video, I want to show you particularly how you get to the media assignments, which are basically our online lecture, and the homework, and also the quizzes. We'll talk more about the quizzes in the third video. We're going to focus on the media assignment and the homework in this one. To do this, I need to introduce you to MyMathLab, which is linked from within D2L. We will be using both D2L and MyMathLab, which is the learning management system for Pearson Publishing, in this class. D2L is where we're going to keep our gradebook and our announcements, and it will serve as a launching pad over into MyMathLab. MyMathLab is actually where the bulk of the action will happen. I'm going to share my screen and tell you how to get there and show you around a little bit. So give me just a second. All right. So I have opened up the Math 0106 site in D2L. The Math 0308 site will be very, very similar. And I want to talk to you a little bit about jumping over to MyMathLab. So this is the welcome page that opens up first. Click on content. Here we go, a little slow there. And then look for the link that says MyMathLab. When you click on MyMathLab, you will see another link for MyMathLab. We're going to click on that. Now, if this is the first time you've logged into MyMathLab in this course, it is going to ask you to sign up. If you have previously used any MyLab or mastering program from Pearson Publishing in the past, you already have an account set up in your name, and you can log into that account. If you have never used MyMathLab or my lab of any kind, my econ lab, my English lab, my whatever, then it will ask you to set up an account. Once you have done that, it will ask you to select the book for this class. Now, this is the nice thing. It's going to ask you to pay for access because this is essentially the book and all the material for the class. If you were in a regular old-fashioned class, you'd go buy a book. This is your book. It's just all online. It will ask you to pay. You can pay by credit card. You can pay by PayPal. You can also buy an access code. It's 16 digits long from Academos, the online bookstore, and enter the access code here. So there's many different ways you can get in. If you are a little short on cash at this point, you can also elect to choose a 14-day free trial period, which will give you access for 2 weeks, and then you'll have to upgrade before that 2 weeks is over to paid version. Now, whichever class you open first, whether it's Math 0106 or Math 0308, it will ask you to go through this payment process. When you open up the other one, because you'll need to get into MyMathLab from both classes, you will see that it'll still ask you to register, but it will skip over the step where it asks you to pay. Your access will work on any course that uses the particular book we're using as its basis for however long you choose the access code. And you'll see that you'll have a choice when you pay between getting an 18-week access code, which basically will get you through this semester, or a 24-month access code, which will get you through the future semesters. Like I said in the primary video, the first video, the introductory video, you are probably taking this class with an eye to eventually take college algebra. If that's the case, and you buy the 24-month access now, you will not have to buy access again when you take college algebra. It will just open up. And that's something you just have to think about what financially is better for you. The 24-month access is more expensive, but it's actually less expensive than 2 18-week accesses. After the first time you log in, you will immediately go to a screen like this. It won't ask you to go through that registration payment process again. You will instead have a screen. It won't look exactly like this because this is the teacher version, but you will see a link that says Open MyLab and Mastering. You will go straight there, click on that link, and you will pop straight into MyMathLab. And this is what MyMathLab looks like. I'm actually going to change the view. This is the way it looks for an instructor. This is the way it looks for a student, except it's not quite doing the right thing. Let me try that again. There we go. It's just a little bit slow. Nope. Try again. There. Now it's right. This is the way it will look for you. And you'll see a number of things here that will be helpful. You'll see a calendar that looks 2 weeks into the future with a bunch of little dots. The dots represent significant events. They represent homework that's coming or homework that is due. And if you click on the link, you can go straight into the homework. There's also a list down here of upcoming assignments. Also right here, and you'll see for the first time that by week, every week we have, for every section on the syllabus, a media assignment and a homework. So you can get to that right here. So you can jump to either the media or the homework directly from this page. My personal preference instead is to click this link over on the left called Assignments. Assignments is going to have all the present and past assignments in one place. To me, it's just easier to see here, but you can also link from the main page, whichever works for you. In here, you'll notice a couple things. You will notice that for every section on the syllabus, there is both a media assignment and a homework. You can see that here and here, and then this one's not quite ready yet, will be soon. You'll see a little green flag next to everything that's labeled homework. The green flag indicates that there is a prerequisite. And I don't know if this is small print, but if you roll over the green flag, you'll see that it says you must score at least 100% on week 1 R.1 media before working on any remaining attempts on this assignment. So the idea is I want you to go to the media first, rather than jumping in and trying to just say, I think I'm just going to try to fumble my way through the homework and I'm sure it'll all be okay. The media provides the instruction that you need to be successful on the homework. Time that you invest in the media will make an enormous difference. When you get to the homework, it'll be, I've seen this on the media and I can confidently work right through it. Let's open up a media assignment just so we can take a look at what that looks like. As I look at this in here, I will notice that there are a number of links. The first link on every media is a link to the ebook. I'll also show you some alternate ways to get to the ebook if you'd like. If you click on this, a window will open, a separate window. And this window, once it finally opens, is the ebook. If you were buying a physical book, it would look just like this, but it's all online. And so this is the first section, and you can read the ebook. You can see that there are explanations and there are pictures, and sometimes there are even some hyperlinks where you can try something on your own. So for example, when you get to these first few pages of reading, there is now a place where you can link, where it says this little world thing right here, and you can do a now try it, where you can just try something right now to see if you're doing okay so far. Now, reading a math book is different from reading, say, a novel. You might say it's not as much fun, you might say it's a little bit harder, but it is a little bit different. You can't just kind of kick back and learn. As you read through the ebook, you want to take some notes for yourself. So have a notebook handy and particularly look to write down any key ideas. Key ideas in an ebook are usually highlighted in a different color. Like here, we have something called the basic principle of fractions. and some instructions on how to write a fraction in lowest terms. It's a good idea to copy those into your notebook. It is also a good idea when you see an example to try that example on your own in your notebook to see if you can follow along with what they are doing. Now, this may not be perfect the first time through, so don't be greatly concerned if you're feeling like there are steps skipped and you don't really know what's going on. As you do this reading, you will identify for yourself concepts that you didn't understand. Like, let's just pretend that you get to objective 3 and you don't really get what they're saying about converting between improper fractions and mixed numbers. Make yourself a note. I didn't understand that very well. Once you get all the way through the ebook and have your notes, this is only the first step in the media assignment, and the next steps will help you fill in those blanks. So I'm going to close that off. And next you will notice that there are a number of other links with looks like a piece of film over here. All the rest of these are videos. I'm going to click on one and just give you a flavor of them. Some of these videos are written by the author of the book. Some of them are created by me. This one happens to be one created by an author of the book. And you can see it's actually relatively short. If you can't, it may be a little bit small to see, but this is about 3 minutes.
Let's start by discussing what is a factor. If we write the number 24 as 6 times 4, then 6 and 4 are called factors of 24.
And you get the idea there. Some of these are created by me. So I'll give you a taste of one of those. These are over in YouTube. This is Dr. John Berghoff. The fundamental theorem of arithmetic says that any composite number, and then we'll close off that one. In general, the kind of difference in philosophy between the videos created by the author and the videos created by me are this. The videos created by the author tend to be very quick, straight to the point, work a problem very quickly. There are many times when that will be the best thing for you. You've read the ebook and you realize, I pretty much understand this. Let me just look at some quick videos and I think I'll be fine. My videos tend to be longer and to go into a great deal more depth. So if you hit something that you realize that you maybe really don't understand very well, my videos will take you a little bit more deeply and a little bit more step by step at a slower pace. So there are times when their videos might be more useful to you, and there are times when mine may be. The way I have set up the homework, you can't start the homework until you get 100% on the media assignment. What does 100% mean? 100% simply means that you open all of these links. You may decide that you don't need to watch a video all the way through, and that's okay. Just open it, watch as much as you need. When you've got the flavor for it, if you feel like it's more than you need, it is okay to close it and go on to the next one. The media assignment, once it's open, will be open for the entire semester. So whether it's later in the week or whether it's later in the semester, if you want to review something, the media is always there. So that's kind of what the media assignment looks like. Now, once you finish the media assignment, and you'll see I still have the little green flag here because I didn't do all the media assignment, you are ready to start the homework. I can skip over the prerequisite here. So I'm going to continue because teachers can do that. This is what a homework assignment looks like. I am going, as you can see, there's a collection of questions that you will work online. I'm going to randomly pick one. I think I'll pick this one. Let it open up. And you can see here that there is a question and a place over on the right where you can write in your answer. It turns out that 5/2 reduces in lowest terms, 5/10, excuse me, reduces in lowest terms to 1/2. I can click on the box and notice that when I click on the box, a little template of symbols comes up across the bottom. that would allow you to create a fraction or a mixed number or an exponent or a root or a subscript, an ordered pair, or whatever you might need for that question. We need a fraction. I click on the fraction icon and plug in a 1 and a 2 to make 1/2. As I look at this, if I don't know how to solve the problem, I can certainly go back to the media assignment, but there are also some nice links down here that might help you out. Help me solve this basically gives you a sequence of hints. It will not tell you how to work the problem all at once. It'll tell you, try this first, see where you go. Now try this. Now try this. I like this tool because it gives you a chance to think through each step of the process on your own. View an example is similar, except it will show you the entire problem worked out. That can also be good, but I like the feature of it talking you through one step at a time. You can also click Get More Help. And in Get More Help, you'll see several links. You'll see a link to the textbook. So if you feel like maybe what would help would be to go back to the ebook and look at how to look at this problem, this will link you back to the exact page of the ebook that you need to be on that describes how to do this problem. Or you can click Ask My Instructor. If you click Ask My Instructor, an email will be generated where you can type in what your question is. That question might be something like this. I thought the answer would be 2/1. Where did I go wrong? And when you hit send, it will send this email to me along with a copy of the question you were working at and whatever you submitted. That way I can look at what you were thinking about and I can email you back with some suggestions. So we'll go ahead and send that. Mail was successfully sent to me. Once you've gotten through this and you believe you have the right answer, the nice thing about MyMathLab is it will let you check and it will tell you if you got it right or wrong. We did. And so that's really, really good. I can go on to the next question. I do not have to do these questions in order. The page. As you see, once you've done a question, it will give you a little check mark if you did it right. If you did it wrong, you'll get a red X instead. And if you haven't done it yet, it just shows blank. You can leave this assignment whenever you want. If you need to go eat dinner or go to class or whatever, it will save everything you've done to this point and will allow you to come back in. You can work the questions in a homework assignment over and over as many times as you need to, ideally until you get it perfect. What it will do is if you're just guessing, it will give you 3 chances at the problem. And if you can't get it right in those 3 chances, it will generate a new problem with new numbers to encourage you to use the help links to make sure you understand how to do the problem before you just try to guess over and over again. Once you are done with the assignment, there's nothing particular you need to do. You can go back to assignments and click on the next assignment if you wish, or log out. Everything will be saved for whenever you want. That's how you do the media and the homework. The media doesn't count in your grade, but it serves as a prerequisite in order to do your homework. And the homework is a grade. You'll notice that there's a grade book in MyMathLab. It will include all of the grades that you have, everything that you've done so far. So it will include a listing of having done the media, which doesn't count in your grade for the course. So bear in mind when you click on this grade book, it's not your official grade book. It's just a listing of what you've done in MyMathLab. The official grades for the homework only go over into D2L and you can look at them in D2L. And that's your official grade. In the next video, I'll show you that you can also get to your quizzes through MyMathLab, and we'll see how to do that in the next video. Before I leave this video, though, I want to show you a few of the other links. These that look like little eyeballs with crosses in them are things that are available to me as a professor. You won't see those. Mainly, I want to show that if you, aside from getting to the ebook through the individual media assignments, you can get to it anytime you want in a couple of other ways. One way is to click the e-text, and after another click right there, you will get into an ebook, the complete ebook for the entire course. It's taking a minute to come up. There it is. Anytime you want, you can go forward, you can go backwards, you can look at everything in here. This is kind of a straightforward message. It's not super easy to search. However, once you get into it, if you look over here, there is a link to the table of contents, and you can find things a little bit faster that way. So that's one thing that you could do. However, you can also get there by clicking on beginning and intermediate algebra chapter contents. Everything we're doing will be in this part of the book, combined book. Here's chapter R, for example, and you can click on each chapter and get into the sections for each chapter this way. This will not give you credit for finishing your media assignment, but in case you want to go back and look at something later, or if you want to jump ahead and see what else is coming, you can do that here. Finally, there's also a link for Multimedia Library. The Multimedia Library not only gets you into the ebook, but it shows you a whole bunch of other different features that might be available, including all of the videos, and there might be some animations or interactive figures. These are all extra things that you might want to take a look at. You can search by chapter and section and pick whichever one of these you like, or all of them. And when you do that, you'll see that you do get the ebook again, and the videos that are provided by Pearson Publishing, not mine, but the ones that they provide, and a few extra little goodies over here that you might find helpful. All of that is optional, but it could be of use to you. If you would like a paper hard copy of the book, Purchase Options tells you how you can get one. Most people in an online class don't want one, but if you do, you can find it there. If you need some help with accessibility resources can help you with that. So MyMathLab is where most of the learning for this class will take place. The media, again, is basically how you are taught the material through the ebook and through many, many videos. And the homework is how you practice. You will also take your quizzes in MyMathLab, and in the next video, I will show you how to do that. So I hope this has been a helpful introduction. If you have any questions on any of this, please feel free to contact me at any time, and I'll catch you in the next video.